So yeah, the story here is that they're trying to figure out, they're trying to use this to better hone their skills to, in the real world, to figure out who the actual Kira is. And I guess the underlying theme is that Yuzaki still suspects Light even at this early stage, and he's trying to get everyone else to suspect him as well through this game. Is anyone else hearing a crackling right now? I don't know. That might be lining in again. I hate that program, but it's the only thing that I can use to get my voice on stream. Hearing like a crackling noise in the background, I don't know. It's probably just me. Like it's not very prominent. And Duke's like, "Hey, Light, this is pretty dangerous for you." Yeah. Okay, it's not line in. Alright. Yeah, I turned off line in for a second and it didn't stop. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just the game. Or Soundflower. I mean, Soundflower bad, yeah. Whatever, it's not like annoying or anything. It's barely audible. Okay, so now we're getting into a game here. Our condition is that we need to win as Kira. And also, they always give you a bonus condition right here. If you win, you get an apple, and the more apples you get, the more characters you unlock in free play mode. Our bonus for this is to win within 3 rounds, like 3 turns. So that's a pretty lenient bonus for this one. Oh, is it too loud? Sorry. Something that's weird about this game though is that like everyone kind of just suspects each other willy-nilly without any real information. Like in a game of Mafia or whatever, everyone just kind of like hangs back the first day usually, like in a real game. But here, everyone just like is like, "Yuzaki, you're ugly. I hate you," you know. Okay, I'm Kira, so I'm gonna agree with this. I'm gonna cast the blame onto Yuzaki. Okay, so now he's also something that like if you can't read Japanese and you're trying to play this on your own, there's still a way that you can figure out what everyone's saying. If you look up here, so like after you play this enough, you'll notice that this is this guy basically. What's his name? It's Aizawa. And he's casting blame onto Soichiro. Which is Light's dad. Also, this right here, the blue text is trust, and the red text is suspicion. So he, even if you can't read the Japanese, you can still see that the blue trust is going down twice, and the suspicion is going up twice, which means that he's casting a lot of blame onto Yagami, so much so in fact that he's going to lose trust with him, whether this passes or not. And I'm going to pass just because I don't really care whether suspicion is cast onto my dad or not. I'm fine with it if it happens, because that means that it's not, but I'm kind of already kind of homing in on Ryuzaki as my Kira, as my fake Kira. Although, yeah, actually I'm going to agree with this, even though, like, it's basically just going to put him back to square one in terms of suspicion. And this is just a little bit of suspicion, so I don't really care about that. No one's suspecting me yet, which is good. Alright, so basically unless my suspicion gets up way high, I'm not going to break out my special ability, because that's really super expensive. But I do, one of the, like, even if you don't use your special ability, each character still does have like a different way of playing, because as you can see, like, everyone's trust towards me is kind of low, except for my dad, except for Soichiro. I'm gonna try and butter my dad up here, try to get him to trust me 100%, because if he does that, then that'll mean that he'll give me a hint as to who Kira is, or who he might be, or who he isn't. And I don't care if this goes through or not. He was casting blame onto, what's his name? Mogi. I knew it was something like that. I was gonna say Ogi for a second, but then I was like, no, that's the Akagi character. Let's see. Okay, now he's casting blame onto Aizawa. As long as it's not me, is my strategy for this one. I'm not gonna do any of the blaming myself, I don't think. I'm just gonna lay low and let everyone else cast suspicion onto each other. Yeah, Mogi, cut that shit out. What are you doing? Okay, here's where my strategy backfires, though, because now Matsuda is actually suspecting me. And it's only a little bit, so I don't have to disagree with this. I'm hoping that if I just pass on it, then my dad or someone will come in and argue with him for me. But I only have 40 proposal points, so I don't wanna get into a bidding war with him right now. He agreed. Okay, so my suspicion went up a little bit. That's fine though. Like later, because of my special ability, if it gets up really high, then I can just cancel it all out with my ability. Okay, now he's suspecting me too. I'm thinking Matsuda might also like agree with him. I don't think these guys. Well, yeah, I have one supporter who I really super don't want to lynch or like kill or anything. So I don't think it's any of these guys because they're suspecting me. Although I don't think my supporter knows who I am necessarily. Maybe he does, I don't know. I'm still gonna pass though, because I want to conserve my... Okay, so now my dad's chiming in and trying to cast suspicion off me, but he failed in the bidding war of proposal points. So now I'm suspected. I'm past the first check mark. Nevertheless, I'm still going to attempt to get to 100 with my dad. Hey, cut that shit out. I don't want to get into a bidding war with you, Matsuda. Like, these guys, I think, are onto the fact that it's me. Okay, so now his trust towards me is maxed out. Okay, so Masuda and Aizawa are not L. We know that because he. I don't think he's L, so I don't know why I think that, but if he's not L, then that information is 100% accurate. These two are not L. Okay, he's trying to lower the suspicion on my dad, and I don't care if it goes through or not. It did, though, because he agreed. Okay, so now he's suspecting Mogi, and I'm going to agree with this because I do want to cast suspicion on Mogi because he could still be L. Like, these two are for sure not L, but he could still be L. And if he is L, I want to lock him up at the end of the turn. Okay, now Aizawa is trying to cast suspicion off me. Only a little bit, though. I don't have many proposal points right now. I only have 32. So I guess whatever. Okay, I'll agree. Now I can't. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that because now these two guys are gonna cast suspicion right back on me. But then again, I don't have enough points to really get into a bidding war. Oh, he's actually suspecting Mogi right now. I really hope that this goes through. I didn't. Okay. Okay, so now he's trying to cast suspicion on the president. I mean, on the on the president, on my dad. Like, he's not my dad. I don't know why I insist on calling him that, but okay, I don't have enough proposal points to drop my suspicion down to 0, so I'm gonna try and suspect Aizawa, because he's the only one with a check mark other than me. I'm gonna try and cast suspicion on him. Please go through. Oh, thanks, Al. Yuzaki agreed with me. Alright, so now he has 2 check marks as opposed to my 1. So hopefully everyone will see him as a bigger threat during the voting and not vote for me. Now he's trying to cast suspicion away from Soichito. Okay, and here's a message that Light thinks that L could be L. He says that's kind of something that L might say. Okay, I know that he's not L, but nevertheless, I don't want it to be me, so I'm gonna vote for him. Okay, is that enough? Yeah, okay, so I was wrong. 3 is enough, with an even number. Like, half of the people voting one way is enough to get someone imprisoned. Yeah, and he's like, I'm not Kira! And, oh, yeah, okay, so L's proposal points, max proposal points only went down by 20, as opposed to, like, if I miskilled, then mine would go down by half. Um, if I want to earn the bonus, I have 3 turns to do this. And I know it's not Mazda, and I'm pretty sure it's not my dad. But beyond that, I don't know. It could be any of the other 2. I feel like L is actually L, which would make sense. But sometimes they throw you a curveball. Should I take the risk? Should I kill L? Yeah, well, I guess he was kind of flinging around accusations earlier today, right? So I don't think he's L. I think, yeah. Yeah, you know what? You know what? I am gonna kill L. I think he is. Please. Okay, he was. Alright. Sweet. Alright. I guess I'm pretty good at this. Okay, so yeah, oh, I I ended up imprisoning my my Kira supporter. But yeah, I was Kira, L was L, and the Kira supporter was Aizawa. And it took me 1 turn, 1 kill, and 1 imprisonment to get it right. And I got the bonus apple because I cleared it in 3 turns, like within 3 turns. That first bonus was pretty easy to get. Some of the later ones are kind of strange and difficult. So everyone says, okay, so I think that's enough. I think we have all gotten the strategy of it. But of course, that's not the end. If it was, then we would have no game at all. Okay, so now everyone's really happy with Duzaki's ability, and they're all willing to follow him. Okay, so let's make a save and continue on to the next chapter. Episode 2. No, this is a pretty good one. This is a pretty good OST. It's like it's not amazing, but I like it better. Okay, so Matsuda's kind of complaining that L is eating so many sweets. He wants some too. And Dirk wants his own sweets, his apple. And L's like, well, if you want to get your own, then that's fine, but I'm not going to give you anything. And so now they're going to play the Kita game for some sweets. With Watari involved as well. Pretty lame storyline, but I mean they had to figure out a way to get this in. Okay, so we're L, and we need to win as L. And the bonus condition is for us to win while Matsuda, his suspicion is at 0. Which could pose to be a problem if he is actually Kira, but let's hope he's not. No, he's just suspecting me right out of the gate. Come on, man. 俺はキラじゃねえぞ。Okay, so now he's wanting to work together with Soichiro. And I guess I have some proposal points, so well, I don't really care. I don't have enough information to really care enough about who gets that. Okay, so the problem with this bonus condition is that we can't actually see Matsuda's suspicion. For right now, I'm just gonna. Okay, well, actually, as L, I don't need to get his trust towards me at 100%. So actually, I'm gonna bring Matsuda's suspicion down a little bit if I can. If it'll go through. Okay, now I have to start a bidding war with him if I want it to go through. And I won on the first bid, so. Okay, so he doesn't think that there's even a slight chance that Aizawa could be Kira. Matsuda agrees. Okay, so now he's saying that Maeda can't be Kira. He doesn't suspect him at all. And since my bonus condition is to get his suspicion low as possible, I'm going to agree with that. Okay, Light says that he wants to work together to catch Kira with me, which obviously means that he doesn't think that I'm Kira. And I'm going to agree with that because my suspicion gauge is getting awfully high. Even though I'm practically out of proposal points right now. He's doing the same thing, only much more so. I'm gonna agree with that. I hope that these guys don't, like, fucking say something that I really want to argue with, or whatever. Aizawa, I don't care about him. Matsuda just suspected Aizawa when it went through. Now he's suspecting me. Oh, and Soichiro has come to my defense. So it actually, my suspicion went down the exact amount that Ryuzaki said. I mean that Aizawa wanted it to go up by. Okay, Aizawa's looking pretty suspicious right now because he's been trying to. He's kind of had tunnel vision, and he's kind of trying to suspect me. I think Matsuda should be pretty low in suspicion right now. Well, I'm low on proposal points. I'm not going to do anything here. I'm going to try and conserve him. He doesn't think that Matsuda could possibly be Kira, and I'll agree, just to make sure that it's at absolute zero, his suspicion. Although I could look like a Kira supporter by doing that. By kind of supporting one guy relentlessly. Aizawa. Yeah, he is pretty suspicious, but I don't have enough proposal points to object to his lowering of his suspicion, so... Like, I could object once, but if he counter-objects, then I have no way to go against that. Same here. Matsuda! I'm trying to protect you, dude. What are you doing? God, is he Kira? Shit. I hope Watari comes to my defense. Okay, Aizawa came to my defense. Good job. Okay. Alright, maybe he's not Kira. Maybe Aizawa's not Kira. Because he's yeah, his tunnel vision has gone away a little bit. I don't really have any suspicions right now. Like, Matsuda is the only one that's standing out to me as particularly suspicious. If he is Kira, then I'm not going to get the bonus. For sure. I don't know. I'm just going to pass and see see what everyone else says. Okay, he doesn't think it's light. Understandable, considering it's his son. I don't really have any suspicions toward him either, but Matsuda, the man with the plan, has decided to object to that. Okay, so he doesn't think it's Matsuda, and I guess I actually do think it's Matsuda right now, but because the bonus is to keep his suspicion at 0, I'm gonna agree with that. I'm really starting to suspect him now. Okay, he doesn't think it's his dad. Understandable. And this is the last one of the round. Like, you can see how many turns there are left at the thing that's now being covered up by Watari's speech bubble. There was like a Nokori remaining proposals 1. And he doesn't think it's Aizawa. I don't know, man. I actually don't want there to be a imprisonment today, because I really don't have enough information right now, so I'd prefer for Aizawa to have a checkmark and L both. I mean, light both. So the votes are kind of split between them, so I'm actually going to disagree with that. Okay, it wasn't enough for a check mark. I don't see anyone that's particularly suspicious except for Matsuda at the moment. I don't want anyone to be in prison today because that'll take away 20 points, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be wrong. But I guess I'll vote for Matsuda just because that's my finger of suspicion at the moment. Oh god. Oh god. Unanimous decision. Okay, even the Kita supporter voted for Light. Well, okay, whatever. Alright, I lost 20 proposal points there, assuming he's not Kita, which I don't think he is. Yeah, he's not. Okay, I'm gonna use my cop ability to investigate Matsuda and see if my suspicions are correct. He is shit! He is. Oh man. Okay. And I worked so hard yesterday to bring a suspicion down to 0, and now I need to bring it up again. Well, at least now he'll, like, I don't have an ally in the world now, but at least he lost 50 proposal points with that kill. Okay, I don't want to, like, use tunnel vision, though. I need to, like, kind of agree with proposals more than, like, suspecting myself. This is going to be really hard, because his suspicion is at 0 right now. I'm going to pass on that, I don't care. Okay, good, he won. Okay. Like, I know for sure who Kira is now, so I know exactly how to play. There's also still one Kira supporter out here. It's probably one of the remaining... Unless it was Light. It's probably one of the remaining 3. And I don't care if I get suspicion or not. But they both agree that I'm not suspicious, so that's good. Okay. And I'm gonna... I guess for this turn, I'm gonna just go all out tunnel vision. Just suspect him. Oh. So he should have agreed with me. I was expecting to have to enter a bidding war for that one. Okay, he's saying that Mogi isn't suspicious, and I don't care. He agreed, obviously. Like, you can't disagree when you yourself are being suspected less. Okay, he's thinking that Matsuda is no longer suspicious. I'm gonna disagree with him. Okay, now he's got a checkpoint. Alright, that I got a suspicion up a little bit faster than I was expecting to. But I'm still, like, one checkpoint does not make it guaranteed. Okay, now he's taking a defensive stance because he thinks that I'm kind of I don't know, shoving him aside. So he thinks that he's Kira, and he's thinking that, like, he should be accusing me of Kira. And I'm gonna... I only have 40 proposal points, so I can't get into it too big of a bidding war with him, but he only has 50 points max right now. And he used up 20 right there. No, he used up... Oh, yeah, he used up 40 by double suspecting me, so yeah. He'll counter me once at the most, but I'll win for sure. Okay. that's where like the the proposal points being cut in half thing kind of comes back to bite you. Okay, so he says that Soichiro isn't suspicious, and doesn't really matter if that goes through or not. Stepping at your own pace. I don't have many proposal points at the moment. Only 41. Nonetheless, I really need to get the suspicion onto Matsuda. So I'm gonna use my... Well, yeah, I don't have enough for 20. I'm gonna go with the less effective but also less costly one arrow option. And I don't think he can object because he doesn't have any proposal points at the moment. So yeah. Maybe I should have gone for the 20-pointer. He doesn't think that Mogi is suspicious, and I don't care if that goes through or not. I don't think the Kira supporter is among here, or else he would be raising more objections to me casting blame onto Matsuda, I feel. He doesn't think that he doesn't think it's very likely that Matsuda is Kira. And of course we know that Matsuda is Kira. Maybe he's the Kira supporter. I don't know if I want to object to that though. I'm gonna hope that someone else objects to that. No. Okay, now he's casting the blame onto Aizawa. He's spent 20 points on that one. If I objected, then I'd lose, I think, if he was really, like, if he put all of his points into it. Because he has 30 points right now. If I suspected him, then he would come back with 10 points. Then I'd have to come back with 15 points. Then he'd have to come back with 20 points, and then I wouldn't be able to come back at all, so there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, good. Okay, didn't go through. Alright. Okay, so he doesn't think it's Soichiro? Doesn't matter. Oh, Matsuda is disagreeing. Aizawa's, hey! Hey, what are you doing? What are you saying? Trying to pick a fight with me? Again, I'm really congested, so my voices are not on par with how they usually are. Not to say that they're usually very good, but... okay, Matsuda used up all of his points there, I think. I believe. So... so... if I suspect him now, I don't think he'll be able to come up with a defense. Unless someone else chimes in for him. If he chimes in, then he's the Kira supporter. Okay. Come on, suspect Matsuda so I can agree with you. Just the opposite. Alright, well, it's the last turn, so I may as well object to it. Okay. Okay, so he has 2 check marks, which means it's pretty... all but certain that he's gonna be imprisoned today. Okay, so I think he was the Kira supporter. He just didn't do a very good job. Kira, これで私の勝ちだ。嘘ですね。ですよね。 Well, let's see who the Kira supporter was. Yeah, it was. He just didn't do a very good job. Alright. I didn't get the bonus either, because, like, it was impossible. Because Kira was my target for the bonus. I don't know if I want to go back and do that later. But I don't know. We're probably not going to be spending too much time in free play mode on this one. And that's all that the apples are for. It also... Oh, actually, yeah, it does also unlock an extra story at the end. Like, if you get enough apples. And they're all talking about, like, how Matsuda didn't do a very good job in his role. You're eating cake at a time like this? Save some for me!